Welcome to another episode of CryptoTV. My name is Ornella Hernandez, and I'm here to talk about all things Web3 and crypto. Today, we're going to get into the latest crazy crypto scam and what's going on between the SEC and Coinbase. We also have a special guest coming on who calls himself the Gadget Maker. So stay tuned. Scams and rug pulls happen all the time in crypto. By now, you'd think that there were no more rugs to pull, and yet the hackers never rest. Another rug pull was recently exposed, and I'm going to highlight it because the story is pretty crazy. So listen up. A church pastor in Denver, Colorado, launched a cryptocurrency called Index Coin. The twist? The token wasn't backed by anything. No money, no assets, nada. Just the word of God. The tokens were sold to fellow churchgoers via an exchange that the pastor or whoever the tech guys behind him were created called Kingdom Wealth Exchange. And this was the only way for investors to buy and sell index coins. But when it was shut down last year, it made it impossible to cash out. The pastor promised 10x returns that were guaranteed by God. The funds were promised to be used for good causes, like helping the less fortunate. Instead, the pastor and his wife pocketed $1.3 million, bought a Range Rover, and spent a couple $100,000 on a home remodel. I doubt the Lord told them to do all this with stolen funds. When investors questioned the lack of returns, the pastor answered by telling everyone that God wanted them to hodl. According to him, God is going to bring a miracle into Index Coin. Well, there's still no miracle, but there is a lawsuit. The pastor and his wife are being sued by Colorado regulators for fraudulently deceiving investors and illegally selling securities, claiming the couple illegally issued the coin through an online church dubbed Victorious Grace. The lawsuit also claims that the couple pocketed $1.3 million out of $3 million in funds raised from the coin's sale. Allegedly, the couple also spent said funds on luxury purchases and cosmetic dentistry and snowmobile adventures, and even an au pair. In Pastor Regalado's, that was his last name, defense, it was all according to God's command. Aside from telling prospective investors that their investment success was guaranteed by God, the lawsuit claims that Regalado abused investors' faith in other ways, such as relaying God's supposed message that Index Coin is not a security, but rather a utility coin. Now, I don't know about you guys, but lying and cheating churchgoers does not seem like something that God would condone. We'll see what kind of punishment is in store for this Denver couple. Honestly, though, it makes me so upset that people take advantage of others, and especially of their faith, in such despicable ways, and that so many people fall for it too. Guys, please, don't fall for these types of scams. The only thing crazier than the story itself is the pastor talking about it. Listen to this.
We sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. We did. We took God at his word and sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. And so the prosecutors have to take that and say, these people willingly sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. What we're praying for and what we're believing for still is that God is going to do a miracle. God is going to work a miracle in the financial sector.
Staying on the topic of crypto crimes, I have to warn you of a phishing attack that is targeting crypto users this week. There are multiple reports that phishing emails are being sent around to crypto users. The emails appear to be coming from big name companies like Token Terminal or Wallet Connect and others. Most of them are promoting an airdrop, and they ask you to connect your wallet to claim it. The problem, however, is that these are not real airdrops. They're phishing links. And here are a few examples of messages that crypto detective Zach XBT posted to X. According to him, over $580,000 has been stolen so far. Guys, please, if it smells fishy, it probably is. So please, please, pretty please remember to double, quadruple check all links. Please stay safe out there. Okay, now let's look at the bigger picture here, because in crypto, right, we have initial coin offerings, initial exchange offerings, initial DEX offerings, liquidity mining, airdrops, NFT mints, point programs. Now, these are all ways for builders to raise capital, right, and for investors to invest in early stage projects. But these are also all ways for fraudsters and scammers and hackers to raise capital and investors to lose their investments. This isn't anything new, of course. Scams in the financial markets are typical. But since blockchain and crypto are relatively new markets, society judges it more harshly. What if instead of judging by the number of attacks and scams or by how well it serves the investors, the buyers, we evaluate how well it serves the builders, the sellers? Of course, markets are not a zero-sum game, so things can work out for both sides, both buyers and sellers, in a mutually beneficial way, but it doesn't feel like we are anywhere close to that happy state of equilibrium just yet. Let's hope that our crazy crypto market produces some happy outcomes for its participants. What do you guys think about this Denver couple and this pastor and his shameful scam? It was anything but religious, in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below. One more topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about today that has been trending recently is the fight between the US regulator, the SEC, versus Coinbase Exchange. Here's what's going on. The US Securities and Exchange Commission sued Coinbase for operating as an unregistered broker, exchange, and clearing agency last year. In the process, the SEC accused Coinbase of selling securities and even name-dropped 13 cryptocurrencies, including Sol, ADA, Matic, among others. The SEC is arguing that those tokens are securities because people buy them as a way to invest in a common enterprise and possibly profit from its success. Coinbase is arguing that buying tokens doesn't guarantee the buyer any rights or profits as part of the purchase, and the exchange compared buying tokens to buying Beanie Babies, which aren't securities. They're actually stuffed animals. And I used to own a lot of them as a child. Maybe I'll dig them out of the storage and see if they're worth anything nowadays. Anyways, earlier this week, both sides were able to make their oral arguments in court in front of a judge. Unfortunately, the judge has not made any official ruling yet, but the good news is that many people think that Coinbase might win and that there's a chance that the case even might get dismissed. Well, probably not in its entirety, but out of all the arguments that could be let go, it's the claim that Coinbase's staking products violate securities law, which is the weakest argument, according to the judge. Why does this case even matter? The judge's decision in this case will likely clarify the SEC's jurisdiction over the crypto sector, and it could set a precedent for how crypto is regulated in the US. If Coinbase wins, it could put a lot of tokens in the clear per se. Now, if the SEC wins, it could further muddy the waters around what tokens are securities and which ones aren't. So we will be keeping a close eye on this fight. Now, don't go away because we have a special guest coming on CryptoTV to talk tech gadgets and crypto toys. Today's special guest on CryptoTV is Pablo Oliveira Brizio, who is the founder of a company called the Gadget Maker. How are you today, Pablo?
I'm very well, thank you, Ornella. A pleasure to be here with you.
Thanks for coming on CryptoTV. I wanted to get your take on what I just spoke about, this crazy scam, this pastor, this couple in the US that sold a fraudulent token and used all the money from these faithful people on themselves. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time we hear this kind of stories, right? So I think that by now people should be aware that they cannot share private information or unfortunately, I would say unfortunately, trust Even the pastor.
I know.
Yeah.
You'd think people would be a little more wise when it comes to that,
Right.
but I guess because he was a priest or a pastor, they put more trust in him.
True, yeah, but we hear these stories over the years. So many people getting scammed, especially in crypto, and now we hear it in YouTube. A lot of you hear founders with AI voice. So now the scams are becoming such more sophisticated.
Right. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I know all this tech is not doing us so much good.
True. So I would my recommendation is even if you hear it on YouTube and there are, I mean, the first thing I would say, common sense, right? Common sense. They're asking for some tokens, and they say they will multiply these tokens for free. It doesn't make sense, right? Nobody's giving money for free.
No.
So this is the first red flag, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any horror stories? Have you ever been a victim of some scam?
Well, not myself, but and after if you want, we can talk about crypto abacus. But there's a lot of stories that people that have lost their mnemonic seed words, and they've lost millions. They had their private words in hard drives, or written in a piece of paper, or so this is it's documented in the internet, all these people that have lost millions. Yeah,
unfortunately. So let's talk about what we have here on the table. These are some gadgets, as you call them, to help us be more secure and protect our assets against fraudsters. So what is it? Let's show this here.
Yeah. So basically, this is one of the key gadgets that we have for crypto users. So if you are using any type of self-custody crypto wallet like MetaMask, Ledger, Trezor, Trust Wallet, you name it. Yeah. If you're the owner, if you're keeping your mnemonic seed words written in a piece of paper or somewhere, this is like a more professional way to do it. And the way it works, this is like a perforated card. So you perforate depending on the words you have. We have like a guide, a very easy guide to follow. And it's like a dictionary. If I have this word, I will punch these holes, and it's like encoded. And then this is a stainless steel type of card. So this means that there's a light fire in the house, there's a water leakage, this will not get damaged. And in the event that you lose your wallet, it gets damaged, you can recover all your assets with this card.
Right, okay. So this is a little device to help us remember our seed phrases, our wallet seed phrases, instead of just copying, pasting it into like a notes or Word doc or saving it on our phone, which I'm sure we're all used to doing. This is a much more secure way of doing it, right?
Right. So that's a very good point. Security experts, they warn us regarding this point. They tell us, do not use any electronic medium to store your the seed words, because it can get hacked, right? So no phone, no Excel, no cloud, nothing, no picture, nothing in electronic form, because it can get hacked. So the best advice that security experts mention is to write it in a piece of paper. The thing is that a paper is not very...
Yeah, you lose that too.
It's not very professional, it's not very, it can get lost easily.
Yeah.
So this is an alternative. Plus, if you go through airports and somebody is asking you, what do you have there? You can just show them, and it's nothing. It's encoded in 1 and 0s.
So you're basically just punching the letters or the numbers of your seed phrase.
Correct. So basically there is 24 rows, because usually this wallet gives you 12 or 24 seed words. Mm-hmm. And we have a very easy PDF guide. So it's like a dictionary. If I have this word, I will check what sequence of holes, no holes, I have to do in each place.
Okay. But what if you lose your crypto abacus?
Yeah, that's a very good point. If you lose your crypto abacus, you still have the possibility to go to your wallet and not regenerate, but retrieve your seed words. Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on the wallet, is more difficult or more easy. Yeah, but usually you can do this, and then you can buy another one and generate another backup for you.
Okay.
But usually this is something that you would put in your safe or in the bank.
Yeah.
Or, you know, some people have more than one, maybe one in their own country, one in the bank, and, you know, in that case, they feel that they have like contingency plan.
Okay, yeah, plan B,
Yeah,
just in
yeah.
case, just in case.
Correct.
All right, so what made you decide to invent this?
Yeah. So basically, I was doing a master in blockchain, and
From where?
In Barcelona.
Oh.
Yeah, University of Barcelona and Sigurat Institute. And so all my teachers and my professors, they came from Germany or Europe, very well known. Something very sad happened a few days back. One of my professors unfortunately passed away, very young, 43 years. When I finished the master, I said, okay, how can I contribute to the community with something that people need? And I did some studies, and I found out that this problem of storing the seed words is something that everybody has if you have a self-custody wallet. If you have something in an exchange, well, in that case, you are not the owner of these words, and you don't have to worry. But you have to worry if this exchange goes out of business, because in that case, you will lose all your tokens, all your crypto. In the cases of Celsius, in the cases of FTX,
right?
So many cases that we know about. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So where can we get this crypto abacus? Where can one buy it from?
Yeah, that's a great question, Ornella. And you have two options. You can go to the gadgetmaker.com website. This is our website. Or if you prefer, you feel more comfortable, you can go to Amazon.ae and you can buy it from there directly and add it to your shopping list.
Okay, amazing. I'm going to check that out. Now, the Gadget Maker. I love this name for the company. What other gadgets do you make? Do you have other crypto products?
Yeah, actually, I didn't bring it today, but we have two other crypto gadgets. They have the same function, but they are designed for different audiences. So one is designed for engineers, for maybe hardware orientated crypto fans, or even crypto miners. You know, people that mine and they have like a hardware background. So it's a very interesting. It's a PCB, or printed circuit board. And by the way, for those of you that don't know, PCBs is the fabric of all the technology we have around us, right? So whether it's the electronics in your phone, whether it's Elon Musk satellites, everything that has technology, electronics is based on this printed circuit board. So we thought, what a good idea to use the same fabric of all this technology and have like a gadget, a card where the engineer, he can lock his seed words, but he solders them. Instead of doing a hole, he has to use soldering iron, and he solders.
Oh, whoa. Yeah,
instead of a hole, he solders in that place.
Okay, so that's a little more
engaged.
Lengthy, yeah.
And it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. And to be honest, this was my first product, because I come from a hardware background myself. You know, I started my career at IBM, but I was working on the hardware side. And so the feedback I got from the public is that, Pablo, we love this, but nobody will use it because we don't know how to solder. So I said, okay, I got it. I made the first sin of the inventor. You design something for yourself and not for. So I said, okay, I will amend my error, and I designed this one, and I designed another one for kids.
Okay, so how many users do you have for this crypto abacus and for the tool for miners?
Yeah, so I mean, miners is a very, very small percentage, right? I mean, I have it more as a PR tool.
Okay.
Yeah, but the best selling and the best product that can be used by anyone from, I don't know, from 10 years to 100 is this one. Yeah,
Okay.
This is a product for everyone.
All right, amazing. Now, you mentioned that you worked at IBM.
Yes.
For most of your career. So why did you transition into the gadget making space?
Well, I mean, I'm an inventor myself. Yeah, so you know, when I was 19 years old, I went to the cinema. I saw this movie, Back to the Future 2, right? And one of the gadgets in the movie is this auto lacing shoe, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So when I this is I mean, it's long time ago. Yeah. So when I went out of the movie, I said, why do we have to wait for the future to have these things? Why can't we have them now?
Because
Right?
it doesn't exist.
Right. So I started designing this in South America. I come from Uruguay, a small country between Argentina and Brazil. And I remember going to the shops, electronic shops. Oh, I need this part. No, this does not exist. Oh, I need this other part. No, it does not exist either. So over many years, I was developing this prototype, and finally I took it to Nike. And
The prototype for the shoes?
the prototype.
Oh,
yes.
you actually tried to invent it yourself?
No, I did it. I did it.
Oh.
I have the first patent in the world for this.
Cool.
And I took it to Nike, and then I put it. I remember flying to Argentina. I was. It took many years to develop the prototype. So at that time, I was working for IBM, and I remember I'm taking one day off work, and with my backpack, you know, flying to Argentina because it was the regional hub for this company, and putting the shoe, you know, on top of the table, and then there was a button that you pressed, and the shoe would automatically auto lace, yeah, noiselessly, yeah. And I cannot tell you the face of the manager, the regional manager, you know. I mean, he was really impressed. He said, "Pablo, this is amazing. However, I don't have the last word. I have to check with the people in US."
And what happened?
And what happened is that a few weeks later, or month or something, I received a letter that I still have from Nike telling me that they were working on something similar, and that they were not interested at the time. Yeah. About 9 years later, they launched their own patent, or they issued their own patent. And in 2015, they had like a version that came to the market, a very limited version for collectors, and yeah. So it was not a massive product, but it's something that came to market. Yeah. Unfortunately, I could not monetize this, but it was the start of my career making gadgets and products.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the start of your career in crypto and creating products for crypto users?
Well, I blame myself because I'm asking how come I've always been, you know, in with technology, with invention, with working for IBM, working for the best companies. I used to work for GE as well. And then I say, how come I didn't know about crypto only in 2017?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's also when I started getting into it.
Yeah, but how come I didn't heard about it, you know, 2009, or, you know, at the beginning?
So what happened? Did someone tell you about it, or how did you hear
It
about
was my half brother, one of my half brothers. He told me, "Pablo, you need to see this." And
Bitcoin?
then
Was it Bitcoin?
well, it was crypto in general.
Okay.
Yeah, Bitcoin, of course. But I started learning about crypto in general. And actually, I started investing in cloud mining, or crypto mining in the cloud, with this company. I think it's Genesis.
Yeah.
One of the main companies. And I remember at the time I got my ROI, or my return of investment, in 10 months.
That's good.
I mean, it's excellent. Yeah, I would say it's excellent. And then I started doing different things, trying different things, and yeah.
All right. So how
And now I'm addicted. I cannot.
addicted to investing?
No. Well, no, addicted to the space. No?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what else excites you about the space, and especially right now at this time, beginning of the year, beginning of a possible bull market?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think that we are living in a very special time. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of attention in the space, right? Not only from regulators, if we talk about the SEC, but of course of the big players like BlackRock, Fidelity, you know, that now institutions with the Bitcoin ETF.
Yeah.
and it's very, very interesting to see how the narrative change, right? Even Bitcoin now it became green. All of a sudden, it became green. Even countries like mine, in Uruguay, we like 80% or more of our energy is green because it comes from aeolic, generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have very strong winds, and more than 80% of the energy comes
power.
from green resources, mainly wind. Wind power. We have water as well, hydroelectricity.
Yeah.
But aeolic is the main one.
Okay.
So even some smart people have leveraged this, and there's mining because sometimes when you generate energy, the excess energy you cannot sell back to the grid because maybe the technology is not there or the regulation is not there. And so this excess energy of this green systems is utilized by miners.
Oh, amazing that they're recycling basically the energy.
Correct. Yeah. Otherwise they have to what they call burn it. Yeah. So waste they have to, it converts into heat basically. Yeah. And now I heard something. I don't know if you heard about El Salvador.
What about it?
El Salvador, they're going to use one of the volcanoes.
Yes. Energy from volcanoes.
Yeah, energy from volcanoes for mining.
Bitcoin. Yeah.
And also I heard
thermal energy.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and I heard that even people from the region have. I mean, Qatar. Let's say directly the name. Yeah. The Qatar government is very interested in exploring this, and I believe a delegation.
But there's no volcanoes.
No. They flew to South America.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they flew to South America,
okay.
And I think I don't know. I have no further details, but I assume they want to invest or they want to be part of this as well.
All right, I'm going to look into that. Well, what else do you predict maybe to happen this year, or do you want to happen in the market, in the industry in 2024?
Yeah, I mean, the cycle I think is going to be as expected, more or less. So after the halving in April, it will start. It will not jump immediately the price action, but it will, I believe, slowly, start going up.
Okay.
And I believe 2025. Maybe around March or April, we probably will have the peak. And this is because these cycles have repeated over and over again. Yeah?
It's true.
It's true that now there's new players, there's the ETF, there's new money coming in, and even the stock to flow model predicts, the high to be, is very broad range, but around 200 or 150, 200. Even could be higher, but this is what we all expect.
Okay. We'll see what happens. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Pablo.
Thank you, Ornella. A pleasure being with you and your audience.
Okay, everyone go to thegadgetmaker.com and check out a crypto abacus and get one for yourself. And please stay tuned for the rest of CryptoTV.
Bitcoin is currently trading at $40,061. Ethereum price is at $2,216 today. Solana price of $88.13. And DOT is trading green today at $6.48.
And that is all for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Crypto TV, and make sure to give this video a like and check out other Web3 TV coverage. See you guys later.